$1,650 a month. That's Robert's entire world. Social Security, Pittsburgh, 67 years old. In Pennsylvania, that income qualifies you for a studio apartment and not much else. In Alicante, Spain, it might qualify you for something nobody expected, an actual front door with your name on it. This is the episode where the math gets strange, where the cheapest form of housing in a Mediterranean city turns out to be ownership, not renting, and where Robert, the most budget-constrained person in this entire cast, finds the one Spanish city where the numbers, improbably, almost work. Alicante, provincial capital of the Costa Blanca, southeast Spain, right on the Mediterranean. 300 days of sun a year, a castle on the hill, a marble promenade along the water, and property prices that are, by Spanish coastal standards, genuinely low. Meet Robert, 67, retired postal worker from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Divorced. 2 grandkids he sees maybe twice a year. Mild heart condition. So healthcare is not a footnote for him, it's the whole conversation. He has $1,650 a month from Social Security and $25,000 in savings. That's it. That's the whole balance sheet. What Robert wants is simple: a balcony, a view, a doctor he can actually get to, a pace of life that doesn't feel like a countdown. He's not looking for adventure. He's looking for a Tuesday that doesn't feel like a waiting room. Now, the money. Robert's income is $1,650 a month. Spain's non-lucrative visa, the standard retirement visa, requires 2,400 euros a month in provable income. That's roughly $2,660. Robert falls about $750 short every single month. That gap is real. We're not going to pretend it isn't. But here's where Alicante changes the equation. Robert also has $60,000 in savings, and in Alicante, unlike Malaga, unlike Barcelona, unlike anywhere else on this channel's list, a 2-bedroom apartment can be purchased for around 90,000 euros. That's a real number, documented. Bottom of the market, outer neighborhoods, possibly needs fresh paint, but real. Here's the arithmetic. A 30% down payment on a 90,000 euro apartment is 27,000 euros. Add closing costs, transfer tax, notary, registry, legal fees. That's another 9,000 to 11,000 euros in the Valencian community. Total cash out the door, roughly 36,000 to 38,000 euros. Call it $40,000. Robert has 60,000. He'd have 20,000 left as a buffer. Now, about that mortgage. Spanish banks require a minimum net income of around 2,500 euros a month for non-resident applicants. Robert earns about 1,480 euros. He doesn't qualify for a standard bank mortgage. Full stop. The episode title mentions buying, and that's accurate. But the realistic path here is a cash purchase, not a bank loan. The math works better if he buys outright. If Robert buys outright, no mortgage, his monthly housing cost drops to somewhere between 200 and 350 euros. That's property tax, community fees, basic maintenance. Compared to the going rent for a 2-bedroom in Alicante right now, which is running 1,100 to 1,400 euros a month. Ownership in this specific city costs less than renting. That's the surprise. So what does Robert's monthly budget look like if he owns? Rent, 275 euros. Call it 300 to be safe. Groceries, around 230 euros. Utilities, electricity, water, internet, about 130 euros. A monthly transit pass, 23 euros and 50 cents. Private health insurance, which he needs, and at 67 he should budget toward the higher end, 150 euros. Dining out, a coffee here, a glass of wine there, 200 euros. Total, roughly 1,100 euros a month. His income is 1,480 euros. He has 380 euros left over. 380 euros left over every month. On the tightest budget in this entire cast, in a city on the Mediterranean. That number is not comfortable, but it is not zero, and it is considerably better than Pittsburgh. Now let's talk about what Robert's Tuesday actually looks like, because the numbers are only half the story. 7 in the morning. Robert walks to the Mercado Central. It's 10 minutes from most neighborhoods near the center. Covered market, open Monday through Saturday. Fish vendors, vegetable stalls, the region's famous citrus. He buys a kilo of oranges for around €1. The fishmonger says something he doesn't understand. He nods. She wraps the fish anyway. It works out. Breakfast at the bar on the corner. A café con leche and a tostada con tomate. Toast with olive oil and crushed tomato. The whole thing costs under €4. In Pittsburgh, that's a parking meter. Here, it's breakfast with a view of the street waking up. The coffee, by the way. A basic espresso at a local bar runs about €1.20 to €1.50. Robert orders it wrong for the first 3 weeks. He points. It arrives. He stops worrying about the ordering part. By 9, he's on the Explanada de España. This is Alicante's famous promenade, a wide marble mosaic walkway along the harbor lined with palm trees, outdoor cafes, and moored sailboats. It is completely free to walk on. Robert does this every morning. He has nowhere to be. This is, for a man who spent 30 years delivering mail in Pittsburgh winters, a significant upgrade. Lunch is at 2, not noon, 2, and it's the main meal of the day. Most neighborhood restaurants offer a menu del día, 3 courses, bread, a glass of wine, dessert, for 10 to 13 euros. Robert orders the arroz a banda. It's rice cooked in fish stock from the port, served in a pan with a side of alioli. He doesn't know what alioli is. He eats it anyway. He orders it again the next day. The siesta is real. Shops close at 2. The city goes quiet. Robert, who has not napped since 1987, finds himself asleep on his balcony by 3. He wakes up at 5. The city is opening again. He feels, for the first time in years, like he has too much time. He is not complaining. The expat community here is enormous. 62,000 foreign residents in the city alone, mostly British, Nordic, German. The Americans are newer arrivals, but they exist. There are English-speaking social clubs, walking groups, a weekly market near the beach where half the vendors speak English. Robert, who came here for the balcony and the view, ends up at a pub quiz on a Wednesday. He comes second. He goes back the following week. The language situation. Robert speaks no Spanish. 0. His neighbor, a retired British woman named Margaret, has lived here 11 years and speaks what she describes as functional Spanish with a Yorkshire accent. She is Robert's unofficial translator, tour guide, and unsolicited life coach. He didn't ask for any of this. He's grateful for all of it. Near the beach and in the clinics, English is widely spoken. At the Mercado Central and with the neighbors, Spanish opens more doors. Robert downloads a translation app. He uses it to order at restaurants. The waiters switch to English the moment they hear his accent. He keeps using the app anyway. It feels like effort. Effort feels like living. The climate. Alicante averages 28 to 32 degrees Celsius in summer. That's 82 to 90 Fahrenheit. Winters rarely drop below 16 Celsius, which is 60 degrees. 35 to 45 rainy days a year, mostly in October and November. Robert, whose knees have been predicting Pittsburgh weather since 2019, stops predicting anything. His knees feel fine. Evening. The paseo. The whole city walks at dusk. Families, couples, old men in good shoes, teenagers who are somehow also in good shoes. Robert joins this without planning to. He buys a glass of local wine at a terrace bar for €2. he watches the boats. He has been in Alicante for 6 weeks, and he has not once checked the weather forecast for Pittsburgh. This is new. Dinner doesn't happen until 9 or 10 at night. Robert, who has eaten dinner at 6 his entire adult life, finds this deeply wrong for approximately 3 weeks. Then he adjusts. Then he starts to prefer it. Then he judges people who eat at 6. Now, the hard parts. And there are real ones. Healthcare, Robert's primary concern, and a legitimate one. Medicare does not cover him outside the United States. That's official from Medicare.gov, and it doesn't change. He needs private health insurance. At 67, budget 120 to 200 euros a month. That's already in his budget. But here's the good news. Alicante has 3 major public hospitals, including the University General Hospital Dr. Balmas. Private clinics with English-speaking doctors are widely available. Pharmacies handle minor issues that would require a GP visit back home. For a man with a mild heart condition, this city is not a gamble. It's a reasonable bet. The visa gap. We named it earlier, and we're naming it again. Robert's income falls short of the non-lucrative visa threshold. One path. Demonstrate the full annual requirement, 28,800 euros, as liquid savings. After his purchase and closing costs, he has roughly $20,000 left. That's tight, possibly not enough. He would need to consult a Spanish immigration lawyer before applying. This is not a detail to skip. There's also a renewal gotcha worth knowing. At the first renewal, year 1, the income figures double because the funds must cover the 2-year renewal period. Robert would need to show 57,600 euros in liquid assets at that point. With 20,000 in savings post-purchase, that's a real problem. A cross-border immigration lawyer and a financial advisor before any of this starts. Not optional. Taxes. Robert still files U.S. taxes from abroad. That never goes away. Spain and the U.S. have a double taxation agreement signed in 1990, still in force. But a 2025 binding ruling from Spain's tax authority confirmed that U.S. Social Security income is not automatically exempt from Spanish tax. Spain applies a foreign tax credit method. What that means in practice depends on Robert's full situation. One conversation with a cross-border tax accountant once before he moves. Then he stops worrying about it. The distance. His grandkids are in Pennsylvania. That's an 8 to 9 hour flight. He'll see them less. That's the part no spreadsheet measures, and it's the part that keeps some people from going. Robert knows this. He thinks about it on the balcony sometimes when the wine is finished and the boats are still. The 90,000 euro apartment. One more honest note. That price is real. Documented in Virgen del Remedio, Los Angeles District, San Blas. But it represents the bottom of the market. Older buildings, possibly no elevator, outer neighborhoods. Investrapa's 2026 data shows entry-level habitable units now starting closer to 110,000 euros in most areas. Sub-90,000 options exist, but may need cosmetic renovation. Real, but tight. Eyes open. The verdict. Robert's income is the smallest in this cast. His savings are the smallest. And Alicante is the one city in this entire Spain series where the math, approached correctly, produces a surplus instead of a deficit. Not comfort, not luxury, but a surplus on a fixed income in a Mediterranean city with a balcony. The blunt take. Robert cannot do this carelessly. The visa gap is real, the mortgage is not available to him, and the renewal threshold is a genuine obstacle. But if he gets the legal advice, buys outright, and lands the visa, his monthly housing cost drops from 1,200 euros to 300. That's the trade. That's the whole argument. Robert is fictional. The Mercado Central, the Explanada, the price of arroz a banda, the 90,000 euro apartment in Virgen del Remedio, those are real. And somewhere, right now, a real Robert is sitting in Pittsburgh, doing this same math on a yellow legal pad, wondering if it's too late. It probably isn't. What about you? Are you a Robert? Tell me below your age, your monthly income, the place on your mind. I read every comment, and they shape which city I look at next. If you're closer to Dave or Linda or Jim and Carol, tell me that too. The cast is rotating. The next city is already in the research. If this one was useful, the rest of the Spain series is right here. Each video is a different city, a different person, a different set of numbers. Same honest approach. There's a detail that didn't fit anywhere else. Alicante's property prices have nearly doubled in 10 years, from about 1,250 euros per square meter in 2016 to 2,500 today. Foreign buyers account for over 40% of transactions in the province. The window that Robert is looking through is real. It is also slowly closing. Day 365. Robert walks to the Mercado Central. The fishmonger knows his order. He still doesn't know her name. He's been meaning to ask. He buys the fish. He walks home along the harbor. The castle is up there, same as always. The boats are in. The coffee is €1.30. He has a balcony. He has a view. He has a Tuesday that doesn't feel like a waiting room. That's what he came for.